Please say it 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Good evening to everyone who are joining in person and online, both. So today too, as usual, we are here to practice the noble technique of meditation. So today we are going to start the third step of Vipassana meditation. So earlier we were observing we were observing the sensations on our head area. Then we kept on observing, then we started observing the sensations on our face area. We started with the forehead and we ended in chin. Right? Then after that, today we will start observing the sensations on our both hands. Right? So start with the neck area. Right? Start with the neck area. So first take the front portion. Whatever the sensations that you observe, on the front portion of your neck, right? So be aware, and then be aware, and then understand this sensation is also bound to pass away, right? Then then after that, observe the back portion of your neck, right? And you know what to do in that area too, whatever the sensation that you experience. Let it be coldness, let it be heat, let it be itching sensation, or hardness, softness, or any sensation. Let it be so. Just be aware and remind yourself, this sensation is also bound to pass away. It is not going to ever last. And then move your entire attention to your shoulder, right shoulder. And then whatever the sensations that you experience on your right shoulder, be aware. And then whenever you experience one, be aware that it is impermanent change. After the right shoulder, then right forearm area, right? Then right elbow. Then after that, right lower arm area. Then the wrist. Then lower palm, upper palm, then the fingers, right? If your concentration is good enough, go finger by finger. If your concentration is not enough, right? So just observe all of them as a whole, and whatever the sensation that you feel, be aware and realize, remind yourself that they are impermanent, changing, right? Then do the same thing with your left hand. You start with the shoulder, so forearm, then elbow, lower arm, then after that the wrist, palm, lower palm, upper palm, then the fingers, right? Part by part, bit by bit, you're very patient. Please observe. And so if there is any meditator who is practicing breathing meditation, who is a newcomer, they are requested to practice breathing meditation. So when the breath is coming in, please be fully aware. When the breath is going out, please be fully aware. Whatever if it is gross, if it is soft, if it is long, if it is short, let it be so. Just keep on observing. Keep on developing the focus. So meanwhile, I want to teach you some four things that you need to understand about life. Buddha taught this to a group of Bhantes, and it's this teaching is a very famous teaching. So the first fact Buddha teaches is Arogya Paramalabha. That means, so Arogya means good health, good mental health, and good physical health. That is the greatest advantage that someone can gain in life. So there are many advantages that we gain, many profits that we gain. Among all kinds of profits, all kinds of advantages, good mental and physical health is the best advantage. All the other kinds of advantages, so they can make you as well as break you. But good mental and physical health always make you really happy, right? And make you really comfortable, right? So even though if someone is a king, right? If someone has all kinds of resources in the world, all kinds of wealth in the world, but if that person doesn't have good mental and physical health, then all kinds of other profits doesn't count, right? So we must have good mental and physical health. So among all the profits, all advantages, the greatest advantage is good health. Arogya Paramalabha. Then Santutti Paramang Dana. Right? Santutti means happiness. Happiness is the greatest wealth. Right? So, so there are various kinds of wealth that we can gain. But among all kinds of wealth, so the greatest wealth is happiness. Santutti Paramang Dana. Vissasa Paramanyati. So someone can have a lot of relatives, but if we don't have the trust, so among all kinds of relatives and friends, the people that you can rely on, right? That you can have confidence about, right? So they are the greatest among all kinds of relatives, right? So Vissasa Paramanyati. So confidence. So, and the people that you can keep confidence with, that you can trust, so they become the greatest relatives. And at the same time, if you have confidence, that becomes so your greatest friend, right? Then Vissasa Paramanyati. Then finally, Nibbanang Paramang Sukha. Nibbanang Paramang Sukha means among there are so many comforts in this world that someone can experience. Among all kinds of comforts, the greatest comfort is Nibbana, the real peace and the real happiness. So I taught you 4 facts that Buddha taught to adapt into your life. So number 1, Arogya Paramalabha. That means, yeah, health is the greatest profit, right? Greatest advantage. Then second one, Bipul, happiness is the greatest wealth. Yeah, Vissasa Paramanya. So then third one is grace. No, not I told something else. Yeah, let me ask from the right. Let me give you an opportunity to the. Oh. Okay, right. Okay, Mr. Huad.
Trust or confidence.
Yes.
Trust or confidence is number 3.
Yes. So, confidence, right? The trustworthy person. So, is the greatest relative, right? And then number 4, Nibbanang Paramang Sukha. Nibbanang Paramang Sukha means All right. Miss Liz? Miss Liz? Right, okay.
She put true peace in chat.
All right, right. Yes. So real peace and real happiness, yes, is the greatest comfort. Right. Very nice. So these are the four things that Buddha taught to understand about life, to adapt into your life, right? So I hope it will give you some motivation about life. So whatever it happens, make sure that you keep your mental and physical health, right? So things are bound to happen in life. So you can't avoid, you can't stop things from happening. So world is a flux, right? It's just like a river which is flowing constant. Good things happen, bad things happen, they come and go. But make sure that they don't affect, right? They don't affect your mental and physical health, right? So make sure that you keep it intact. And then, uh, so happiness is very important, right? So here happiness means the happiness that we can gain by wholesome means. So there are people who misunderstand the thing. So good sensations is the source of happiness. No. So even though you feel sensation wise, even though you feel bad, if you have a balanced mind, then still you are happy, right? So when a sickness happens, it says, so psychologists say 20% is the physical pain, but 80% is the mental pain. So whenever you gain the ability to keep the mind calm, whenever you gain the ability to have a calm mind, so which doesn't change at all at all conditions of life, then so then even though things happen which you don't like, right, as you didn't expect, still your inner happiness remains, right? So try to have such kind of mind which is balanced, right? Then so happiness is the greatest wealth. And then number 3, Vissasa Paramana. There you might have a lot of relatives, right? A lot of friends. But always you, whenever things happen, who is the person that you call first? Right? Among all. So who is the person that you think of calling first? The person that you can trust, right? That you can trust the best, and at the same time that you believe that who will help whatever it happens, right? So then Vissasa Paramana. Then Nibbana Paramang Sukha. So feelings of comfort, they come and go. And all those feelings which are comfortable and uncomfortable that you feel, they are belong to this world. I mean, this body. But Nibbana, real peace and real happiness, it is something which is beyond this body and mind. beyond this, so natural flux, right? So when you gain the ability to develop your mind to the utmost balancedness, then that is the time you gain that ability, right? So through Vipassana meditation, that's where you are heading. Whatever it happens, you are going to gain a mind which doesn't change. You feel the comfort 100%. You feel the discomfort, but yeah, you'll be a person who won't get shaken by them all the time. You'll be able to feel them, and at the same time, you'll be able to let those things go. As when they are coming, you understand they are coming. When they are existing, you'll understand that they are existing. So when they leave, so you will let them go. You won't cling to them. So understand that this is the nature of the life. Okay. So please keep on practicing and keep on adapting these principles, 4 principles into your life. Right. So now we are going to start today's meditation, and so if you are as I mentioned, we are practicing the first step of vipassana today. We will observe the sensations first on our neck, front portion of our neck, then back portion of our neck, then on our right shoulder, then right forearm, elbow, then right lower arm, then after that the wrist, lower palm, upper palm, and the fingers. And then after that you'll start with your left arm, so left shoulder, and then so upper palm, upper left palm, left arm, and then left elbow, and then after that left lower arm and the left wrist, so lower palm of that hand, upper palm of that hand, and then the fingers. So whatever the sensations that you experience, please be aware. They are impermanent change, right? With that understanding, keep on observing the sensation. The newcomers, as I taught, please keep on practicing the breathing meditation. So right now, please start with this area because so then you won't feel boring. So just observe this area, and then after that start with this area, right? So first observe this, start with these parts, and then finish from the left arm fingers. Finish at left arm fingers, and then go back to the top of your head and start again, right? So please do like that. So before we start, as usual, we pay our respect to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha to show our gratitude. Everyone, please concentrate. Please concentrate. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Itimiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vinyācarane sampanno sungato no kamino anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati sattva deva manussanam buddho bhagavati swakato bhagavata dhammo samnittiko akaliko ehi passiko opanaiko paccattam veditappo viññohiti supanipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Ujupanipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Ñāya patipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Sāmīci patipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Yadidang cattari purisa yugani Atte purisa puggala Ese bhagavato sāvaka sangho Ahuneyo pahuneyo Dakineyo Anjali Karaniyo Anutterang Punyakitang Lokasanti. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. With a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind, with an alert, very attentive mind, with a balanced, very equanimous mind, please start your meditation. If you are a Vipassana meditator, please keep practicing the third step of Vipassana meditation. And if you are a new meditator, as I taught, please practice breathing meditation. Whatever the meditation technique that you practice, may your meditation become very, very successful. Please start your meditation right now. Now, please stay eyes closed. But if you want, you can change your legs. Now we are going to share our loving kindness with all the beings as usual. First, with ourselves, then with our parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. After that, with the neutral people, then with the enemies, and finally, with all the beings in the world. Let's start. First, let's share our loving kindness with ourselves. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be very peaceful. Spread loving kindness towards yourself. Now let's share our loving kindness with our parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. Just like me, my dear mother, my dear father, my dear teachers, relatives, and friends. Be well, be happy, be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Spread your loving kindness towards them. Now let's share our loving kindness with the neutral people. May all the neutral people, those who are not my friends, not my enemies, who are neutral, may all those neutral people also be well. May all those neutral people also be happy. May all those neutral people be very peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Spread your loving kindness towards them. Now let's spread our loving kindness towards the enemies. May our enemies also be well. May our enemies also be happy. May our enemies also be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Spread your loving kindness towards the enemy. Let's think about all the beings in the world. Human beings, animals, and all other kinds of beings. Whatever differences that they do have, regardless of those differences, let's share our loving kindness with all those beings. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Let's spread our love and kindness towards all the beings. All the beings. Now, everyone, please calmly open your eyes. Calm down. Calm down. Let yourself to relax. Now, please join your palms together and say 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear Dhamma friends, so I hope that you practice loving kindness meditation during your day-to-day life too. I told you, whenever you meet people, before you talk to them, please think, may this person be well, may this person be happy, may this person be peaceful. And then what happens? The other person, don't think that the others won't feel your thoughts, your emotion, they also feel it. So whenever you think like that, your demeanor changes. Right? It calms down. And then, so not only you gain the ability to relax, the other people feel the same. Right? They get impacted. So it's good if you practice that at your home, at your workplace, and on the road too, while you are jogging. So do you do that? If you do, hands up. Sometimes. All right. Very nice. Good job. Right. So how about Mr. Huad? Do you do that?
Yes, Bante.
Very nice. Is Rahul and Pragat Pragat
I think,
there?
I think they left the meeting or had a problem.
Oh, right. Right. Mrs. Lees? Right. So right. Okay. Then right. Who else is here? Right. Right. So then so please adapt it into your life. That's good for you. Okay. Then at the same time, so adapt the knowledge, the understanding that you gain through vipassana meditation into your life too. Now you when you're observing the sensations, you realize all beings don't like, so all beings like comfort. No being likes discomfort, right? So so we need to live in the world in a way that makes so most of them comfortable, right? So there are certain people, even though you do everything, still they are not satisfied and not comfortable, right? So for those people, you can't do anything. You do your part, but so there is part that they have to do. So recently, certain I had to counsel certain people. So so I had to tell them so that they should not bother what the other people do or not do. Right? You can't control the others. You can't. So you have to bother what you do and what you not do. Right? If you did the right thing, right? If you do the right thing, then that's it. Okay. So Mr. Huad, there's sound. Can you check? Yeah.
We have that fixed.
Yeah, right. So then that's what you should do. And at the same time, gradually, you should be able to develop the you should be able to develop the positive mindset, at the same time realistic mindset. So Dhamma practice, it is about both these things, right? So not only it teaches you to be positive, mainly it teaches you to be realistic, to live with the reality, understanding the reality. Let me teach you a Burmese story, then you'll understand. So one mother had 3 sons, right? So so I'm talking about a time which is not related to this time, little bit older. So this mother wanted a bottle of oil, bottle of coconut oil. So in I can hear too they use coconut oil to cook, right? right? Right, Mr. Juan? So you use coconut oil to cook, right?
Well, some folks do. Yes, true.
Yeah, oh yeah. So, this mother in Asia, mostly when it comes to so drying, right? What do they call it? Uh, so frying, right? Frying. Yes, that's the word. Not dry, frying. When it comes to frying, so people always use coconut milk, right? Recently, they have this vegetable oil too, but back then they only use coconut oil. Okay, historical facts. Then coconut oil. She wanted a bottle of coconut oil. So she asked her elder son to come and sorry, youngest son to come, and then she asked him to go to the shop and buy. She gave 5 rupees, so 5 rupees, and asked him to go and so fill the whole bottle with coconut oil and bring it. Then that son went. On the way, what happened? When he was coming back, he fell down. Half of the coconut oil went away, lost. Then that son started crying, came home crying. Oh, mom, he said, oh, mom, I went to the shop and I bought coconut oil for 5 rupees, which was worth 5 rupees. And then when I was coming back, I fell down and half of the coconut oil is gone. Oh, mom, oh, mom. He was crying. Then what to do? She needed one full bottle. So then he asked the second son. She asked the second son to go to the shop. She gave 5 rupees and the empty bottle, and she sent off the son. Second son also went and both gave 5 rupees and filled up the whole bottle with coconut oil. And while coming back, he also filled up. Half of the coconut oil is gone, right? Then he came home. He was different. He came home smiling. He told mom. He told mother, "Mom, I was coming back. I went to the shop, bought one bottle of coconut oil, and while I was coming back, I fell down. And I could save half of the coconut oil. True, half of it went away, but half of it I could save." Mom smiled and took that half. And then she wanted another uh, bottle of coconut oil. Then she asked the eldest son to come, and then she gave 5 rupees and the empty bottle and sent off the son. So eldest son also went to the shop and bought one one bottle of coconut oil. While coming back, story is the story, he fell down. And half of the coconut story, half of the coconut oil is gone. He came home with a smile. He told mom, while I went to the shop, I could buy, I could buy one bottle of coconut oil. While coming back, I fell down. That's fine. We have half of the coconut oil. Let me go somewhere and have some work, and then let me buy another half of coconut oil and fill your bottle. So mom was happy. The first son was, people might say, negative. He saw the negative side, not the positive side. So he didn't see the half of coconut oil which was remaining. So, but he, the youngest son, cried about the half of coconut oil which is gone. Most of the people are like that. They cry over the things that you don't have, but they don't appreciate what you have. And then the second son only saw the positive side. He didn't see the negative side. So he saw the half of coconut oil that he saved, but he didn't see. He didn't focus on the half of coconut oil that he lost. Third son is realistic. So not only he focused on the half of coconut oil that he saved, he also took solution for the half of coconut oil which is gone. Dhamma teaches you to become the eldest son. Not only you see things positively, you have to see the reality. So there are negative sides too. So then you take solutions and you live in the world understanding that with positivity and reality. Right. So that's where the practice that helps you to achieve, right? Ultimate positivity, ultimate understanding the ultimate reality, right? The real peace and real happiness. So I taught you about the first noble truth, and then the suffering. Then I taught you the second noble truth. What is that? The cause of suffering. Then I taught you the third noble truth. Yes, the cessation of suffering. And finally, I'm going to teach you about the fourth noble truth. How to understand that half of the bottle is gone, at the same time you saved half of the bottle, and that means to understand the reality and so the path which leads to eternal peace and eternal happiness. So so Buddha names this fourth noble truth as so so dukkha nirodha gamini patipada arya satcha. So the noble truth about the path which leads to the cessation of suffering. Just by knowing that there is a way out, nothing will happen. So true that you know, at least it is good that you know, but so we need to read there too. So let's think in San Jose or Santa Clara downtown, you hear, so you lost something, you need something, and you need something for a particular purpose. And then you get the information that it is in Santa Clara downtown or San Jose downtown. But just by knowing that it is in Santa Clara downtown or San Jose downtown, nothing will happen. So you have to go there and buy it. The fourth noble truth is like that. Not only you know that you need something, and not only you know that you need the purpose, and not only you know so where it is, right? And then and where you can obtain it, and you have a path to follow, and you follow that. So this here, this noble truth is the path to the cessation of suffering. So we have to understand. So the suffering has arisen because of craving. And why craving has arisen? Why do we have craving? Because we have ignorance. What is the ignorance? We think everything lasts forever. Everything is permanent, right? And so even though throughout the meditation, teachings, I teach that everything is impermanent. So now you are getting to understand it somewhat because you practice vipassana. So, but deep down, people still wish and think that things are permanent. It's hard to let go because this is a notion that you were multiplying for a long period of time. It has become concreted. So, it's just like taking shake separating the moss on the water. So you um, shake the water. What do we call it? So we shake the water, right? Then we stir the water. Then the moss, they go to separate sides, right? And whenever you stop stirring, they come back and get together. This is something like that. So uh, during the meditation time, and then until you apply that understanding in your day-to-day life, what happens? So the most stay separate. The misunderstanding, the ignorance stay separate. You don't think that everything is permanent. You understand everything is impermanent. But whenever, since you have not gone deeper in the practice, what happens is, since you have a habitual mindset, right away when you let go of that understanding, that reality, again you start thinking everything is permanent. And then second thing, um, we think that everything leads to happiness, so comfort. But the truth is, so everything ends in suffering, right? And then number three, because we don't understand that everything is in a flux, they are changing continuously, we think there is an eternal earth, right? So I told you that this body is made of, it consists of five things. They are called as five aggregates. Very nice, Ms. Cham. Good job. So number one,
Sensual,
no.
sensual,
Mr. Fuad, what is number one?
sensual, our senses.
No, I'm not talking about five senses.
All
I'm
right.
talking about five aggregates.
Five aggregates, our forms.
Yes, number one, yes, form.
Form.
When you touch, that's what you feel, right? In every being, in everything, first thing that you see is the form, right? The form. Rupa. Then number two, people feel. Very nice. Good job. So feeling. Number three,
consciousness.
no,
Signals.
signals. Very nice. The signals. So number four, yes, very nice. Mental formations. Fifth one, consciousness. So these are the five. So if you don't know, please note it down. If not, please keep it in mind, because this is about you. This is who you are, right? So later on, if I don't know whether you develop just like up to the level of an arahant, then at that time, this is what you'll see as it, right? So there is rupa, there is vedana, there is sanya, there is sankhar, there is vijnana. In English, form, feelings, then signals, mental formations, consciousness. Yes. So because they relate to each other, they work with each other according to this order. So No form, no the other form. So the thing that you can materially feel is, the only thing that you can materially feel is the form. All the other forms are related to the mind. Feeling, so the dead body. When you touch the dead body cannot feel anything. Why? The consciousness has gone. When the consciousness is not there, the other three cannot exist. Right? So other mental things cannot exist. Only the form is there, but form cannot maintain the warmth. So then it keeps on decay. Right? So so then so rupa, so form, feelings, signals, mental formations, and consciousness together, when they interact with each other, uh, so we live. You can call whatever the name that you like, but this person lives, right? But all these five, they are continuously passing, rising and passing in greater quantity. Within a time like this, I already told you, they pass away uncountable number of times. So, uh, so no one pass away until the mind arises and pass. Right? There always we have a mind before we pass away. When that mind ends, that is the time that we pass away. No one passes away before ending a mind. So, how fast the people who passed away in that submarine, Titan, how fast did they pass away? Yeah, very fast. But at that time too, how many minds they might have produced at that very small moment? Uncountable number of thoughts. So if that speed is a very, very big speed, within that time, that person so develops so uncountable number of thoughts. Now you can understand how fast is the mind. So you only feel the gross level of your mind. You don't see the chaitasikas, right? Chaitasikas means mind is formed by many mental contents. You only see the gross level of those mental contents. Right? So it's total psychology, and I'm not going to teach all that. So somehow, since we don't see that they are rising and passing away, we think everything is permanent. This is I. This is I. Then you are crazy about this I. When someone praises you, oh, so nice Bande Chande, kind Bande Chande, good Bande Chande, right? Then my ego goes up. Oh, wow, I'm a great person. Somebody ridiculous, not nice Bande Chande, unkind Bande Chande, gratefulness Bande Chande, like that. If someone ridicules you, then what happens? That person's mentality goes the other way, the opposite way. Why? I have this strong craziness of I. But there is nothing like that. We think that there is something which is eternally staying the same. No. So we are continuously rising in past. Right? There is even, yes, that doesn't mean you should not say, so when you talk to the other people, I am so Miss Grace, I am Grace, I am Miss Shanti, I am Vipul, I am Mr. Wad, I am Dinesh, so I am Liz. So you can use those. That's true. Because if not, so if you talk the real truth, then you have to say like, this 5 aggregates, that 5 aggregates. So I was talking to that 5 aggregate last night. So then they get confused. There is a constitution way of talking. But constitution way doesn't mean it's the truth. Right? Right? This car, so this car belongs to these 5 aggregates. You can't do like that. Right? That's not how you live. Even the Buddha, who understood everything in the deepest way, he lived. So he used the word I teach you marks. Right? So when you don't understand that, you develop deep craving. I want. So I don't want. Like that, you keep on reacting. This habitual pattern of reacting, so it continues even up to now. Until you stop this crazy reaction, then until then, you don't develop inner peace and inner happiness. No balance, right? Then, but whenever you start to practice vipassana, you start to understand everything is not permanent. Everything is changing. In a constant flux. This body is changing, right? There is no eternal life, right? And so always I'm arising and passing on, right? So then when you develop these understandings are understandings about reality. These are understandings about the reality. There is no reality beyond this, right? This is not a Buddhist truth. This is not a Hindu truth. This is not a Christian truth or Jain truth or so atheist, agnostic, Islamic. No. So this is the pure truth. It has no name, right? Then when you develop this understanding, what happens? When you develop this understanding, with that you develop right concept. Then when you develop right understanding, so inside the concepts, your living concepts, they become honest. They become kind. Always, whatever the actions that you do, they become harmless. Whatever it happens, let's say someone brings a huge bag of dollars, 1 billion trillion dollars, and give you and tell you, please do this wrong action. But you are not going to do that. Why? They are not valuable for you because you understand. So the things that you earn by the right means brings a lot of comfort, and so all kinds of fake comfort that bring that come with that wrong action, they are not comfortable. Right? You go with the right way, and whatever it happens, even though your life goes, you are not going to do wrong action. So it comes with the understanding. So understanding created these concepts, right? And then whenever bad thoughts come to your mind, you don't tolerate. Right away, you turn them away. Just like when robbers or bad people come to your home, you don't like. You send them away. I don't want you go, right? So then you let them. So those kinds of thoughts go, right? And you live peacefully, calmly, happily, and comfortably. You might not have many things, but you live like that. You will be richer than the richest person in the world, more than Jack Bezos, right? So it comes from within, with right concepts. Then right concepts lead you to practice some other practices too. Right speech. Your speech will be always harmless and nice. So I will teach them later on. So in the next week, you will have a question and answer session after that. Then for 8 weeks, I will teach them continuously in detail. So right speech. Then at the same time, you will practice right action. No action you will do which will bring harm to the other people. And why? Because of the right concepts, right? Right understanding led to right concepts. Because of right concepts, your speech becomes right, your actions become right, and your livelihood, it becomes right. You will develop right livelihood. And at the same time, inside, you will develop another 3 things which helps you to develop. So inner concentration. Number one, right effect, right? So you will start letting go of the negativities that you have, and you will keep on keeping and developing the positivity. And then at the same time, because of those right concepts, you will develop right mindfulness. Moment to moment, you live very calmly, very quietly, very peaceful, without a lot of expectations, right? With the light mind, with a light mind. Then finally, right concentration, samma samadhi. So that's deep one. So then you'll develop uh, the concentration little by little, and you'll develop it to the jhana level. Right? Then by that way, you'll come out of all the suffering, and you will live your whole life until the last breath with real peace and real happiness. So this is the path to the end of suffering. So as I promised, I'll teach them one by one, starting from next week. Next week is question and answers week. Next week, starting from next week, I'll teach you the 8 noble paths. Right? So now, please think. Together, all of us gathered here, practice this noble practice of meditation, and accumulated a lot of positive energy. Let's share that whole positive energy with everyone. So, by the power of this positive energy, may all our troubles be away. May all the good things happen in our lives. May we be able to practice this Dhamma practice continuously, very ardently, with a strong determination. And finally, coming out of all the negativities and developing all the positivities, may all of us attain real peace, real happiness, Nibbana. Everyone, please concentrate. I'm going to bless you. Abhivadan Silis Nichang Vada Pachainu Chataru Dhamma Vadangti Ayuvangno Sukhang Balang Ayurarogya Sampatti Sagga Sampatti Me Vachin Ato Nibbana Sampatti Iminati Samijjatu. May all of you be well. May all of you be happy. May all of you be very peaceful. Sukhi. Sadhu. 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 Good night, everyone. See you in the next week. Keep on practicing. Keep on practicing. Okay. Good night, Mr. Howard.
Good night to you. Thank you, Bante.
May you be happy, Mr. Howard. Sukhi.